Hi, my name is Megan and I'm a librarian with Chicago Public Library. Today we'll be making a recipe from the Twisted Soul Cookbook, Modern Soul Food with Global Flavors by Deborah Van Treese. The recipe we'll be making today is loaded mashed potato cakes with a buttermilk gravy. Deborah Van Treese traveled the world working as a flight attendant for many years before taking the leap to cooking professionally. You can see and taste the global influences she brings to her soul food in the Twisted Soul Cookbook. I'm going to read a short passage from the introduction of this cookbook describing Van Treese's approach to soul food. The recipes in this book represent 3 different takes on the soul food that I create and nurture. Traditional soul dishes with my personal twist, globally inspired traditional foods, comfort foods of other countries that I've made simple and easy for home cooks, and new soul recipes using sustainable foods with a broad range of regional and international flavors. My goal with these recipes is to give the home-cooked dishes that have one foot in the past, foods that taste familiar but with a distinctive difference, and are simple and easy to prepare, using mostly what you already have in your pantry. For the loaded mashed potato cakes, we'll need 2 cups cold mashed potatoes, 3/4 cup all-purpose flour, 1 cup freshly grated Parmesan cheese, 6 ounces andouille or any smoked sausage chopped, 1/4 cup sun-dried tomatoes thinly sliced, 1 jalapeno seeded and finely diced, 2 cloves garlic minced, 5 large eggs divided, 2 teaspoons kosher salt, ½ teaspoon ground white pepper, ½ cup thinly sliced scallions, ½ cup milk, 1 cup panko-style breadcrumbs, 1 teaspoon Lawry's seasoned salt, 1 tablespoon herbes de Provence, and 1/4 cup vegetable oil. In a large bowl, stir together the mashed potatoes, flour, and Parmesan cheese until combined. In a medium skillet, brown the sausage over medium-high heat. Add the sun-dried tomatoes, jalapeno, and garlic and cook, stirring for 2 to 3 minutes until heated through. In a small bowl, lightly beat 3 eggs together with a fork. Transfer the contents of the skillet to the mashed potato mixture, then add the kosher salt, white pepper, scallions, and the beaten eggs and mix thoroughly. Divide the mixture into 8 equal portions and use your hands to form each into a patty. Transfer the patties to a baking sheet lined with parchment. In a shallow bowl, mix the remaining 2 eggs and milk with a fork until combined. In a separate shallow dish, stir together the panko, seasoned salt, and herbes de Provence. Dip each patty in the egg mixture, then dredge in the breadcrumb mixture till well coated. Transfer the breaded potato cakes back to the baking sheet, cover with plastic wrap, and refrigerate for 15 minutes or up to 1 day. While the mashed potato cakes are cooling in the fridge, we'll make the buttermilk gravy to go on top. For the gravy, we'll need 4 tablespoons unsalted butter, 1 shallot minced, 1/4 cup all-purpose flour, 2 cups vegetable broth, 1 cup buttermilk, 2 tablespoons chopped fresh thyme, 1 teaspoon chopped fresh sage, 1 teaspoon chopped fresh rosemary, 1 tablespoon cracked black pepper, 2 teaspoons kosher salt. Traditional buttermilk gravy was developed in the Appalachian South. It is commonly made with sausage drippings and is sometimes referred to as sawmill gravy. The high fat content of the buttermilk adds flavor, and the addition of sage and thyme mimic the flavor of sausage. This recipe contains no meat, so it's a good option for vegetarian friends. It works very well as a sauce over most vegetables, as well as for biscuits or toast. If you prefer the more familiar version, you can brown and add some crumbled sausage. Today we'll be using it over our loaded mashed potato cakes. In a medium saucepan, melt the butter over medium-high heat. Stir in the shallot and saute for about 2 minutes until starting to soften. Whisk in the flour to coat the shallot and make a roux. Cook for about 2 more minutes, whisking continually until the roux turns a medium golden brown. As a rule, the darker the roux, the deeper the flavor of the sauce, but we're going for something lighter here. Whisk in the vegetable broth until the gravy begins to thicken, then reduce the heat to low and slowly pour in the buttermilk. Continue to simmer for 5 minutes, then add the chopped sage and rosemary, pepper, and salt. Cook for about 15 more minutes to blend the flavors and until the gravy is your desired thickness. In a medium skillet, heat the oil over medium-high until smoking. Add the chilled potato cakes to the skillet a couple at a time, taking care not to crowd the pan, and pan fry for 2 to 3 minutes on each side until golden brown. Transfer to a paper towel-lined tray to drain. Serve with your choice of sauce or a gravy, or both.